Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la. We go. She like, ooh la la. They go. Okay, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popov's TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on my side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, popovisms, one-on-one, and of course, motivation. If that sounds like something you can rock with, then before you leave the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, then you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We ain't in the end game now. We is in the end game, people. We in the end game because today is, 9/11. You know what I mean? Last hours of 9/11. Obviously, I'm from New York. Shout outs to the Giants. Like, we're going to get into that in a minute, but real quick, let's put some respect on their name. I didn't think they was going to win the game outright, but I said I like the Giants with that 5.5. So is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Uptown in the house? Shallon in the house? Like, everybody, are you in the house? New York, y'all did y'all motherfucking thing today. Yeah, kid. I'm from New York. Welcome to New York City, and I'm from New York. And obviously, this is where the home of the towers fell. You know what I mean? Like Santana said in the song, like, home of the lost towers, we never lost power. And he say, 21 years later, obviously on the SunDaY, FundaY, officially now, that football season is back. They always, do the name reading of those who was lost, and condolences, to everybody, family that was affected by 9/11. Obviously, people still look with the side eye, Jada like, why did Bush knock down the towers? And no matter where you fall on it, unless you was really affected by it, like now, so many years later, obviously, if you was 10 years old when this happened, you know what I mean? You're 31 now, you know what I mean? So you reflect back, you know what I mean? You say, damn, this was a catastrophic, you know what I mean? This is like over the top, monumental event that took place. And I recall back to when where I was at, when I heard about it. Obviously, I was locked up. Y'all know on the channel, I'm not an angel. So I was in where the fuck I was at? I was in I think I was in Groveland box. I was in Mid-State box. I was in the box. Shout out to my nigga Goody, Greg Goodwine. Yeah, kid. That's his kid. Shout outs to him. He used to always do that when we was hanging out and we was locked up and shit. Yeah, kid. So I just carry that on. I always give people their props. I never try to take people's shit and shine on it before they get a chance to shine on their own shit. Shout out to my nigga Goody. He got life. You know what I mean? Me and him both came home, and then he went back, unfortunately. But me and him was in the box, you know what I mean? And we was just about to fight and shit over some dumb shit. Just got breakfast in the morning, you know what I mean? On the wake up, knock, knock, child at your front door. Oh, you want reservations? You want breakfast in bed? Well, go to prison and go to the box, and then they're going to bring your child to you in the morning. So we was just about to fight over some dumb shit. I think we had been locked. Was this shit happened obviously September? So we was locked up maybe I'm gonna say in like the summertime, July or June, we was locked up in the box together. You know what I mean? It's when they first started bringing the double bunk boxes, you know, rolling them out. You know what I mean? The Shoe 2000s, for anybody that, you know what I mean? If you know, you know, like, if you know, you know. This is when they was rolling this shit out, and it was getting a lot of pushback. A lot of prisoners was like, not double bunking, and, you know, I'm a wild out, you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of prisoners, I call them prisoners, not inmates, was assaulted. You know, people got, you know, done dirty in their sleep. You know, obviously you're sharing a cell with somebody, and it could be a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky. It's getting nervous. You don't know who you locked up with. You know, as far as you don't know who you going into prison with. It's a whole bunch of motherfuckers. You don't know why they there, how long they gonna be there. You don't know if they crazy, deranged. Like, you didn't see the warning signs, and all of a sudden you do some shit in the prison to violate the rules. Then they throw you in the box, and now, oh, you in the box with some old, you know what I mean, knucklehead or somebody don't got it all. And while you sleeping, you know what I mean, on your second dream, you know what I mean, some other shit happened. But anyway, you know what I mean, me and him, we lobbied to get, you know, to go together in the box as opposed to just being double bunk with anybody. We came from the same jail. We knew each other. So it was like, you know what I mean, you seen, you know what I mean, let's see how this shit gonna work out when you gotta go to the box for a long time. But anyway, long story short, we was gonna fight. I can't think over what. Like, I laid back down, and he went out on the rec pen, and then he woke me up like, yo, Lee, you know what I mean? He tapped me, and I'm still, you know, wake up like, what's up? You know what I mean? He like, yo, we at war. And I'm like, we at war. You know what I mean? And then he passed me my headphones, and, you know, for those that been locked up in the box, you got little headphones, you plug it into the wall, and that's like the, you know, the TV channel, whatever they playing, and the little radio stations and all that. And this was when Ja Rule and Do I Do, and obviously Hove came out, Fabulous came out on the day the titles was knocked out, the Blueprint, and you know, I was in the box for all this shit. I didn't come out until October sometime, you know what I mean? But when he woke me up and he was like, yo, we at war, you know, obviously we didn't get, I didn't get to see none of the visuals, you know, like people that was on the outside. You know, you get to see it happen in real time, unfold, and it's the worst thing ever. And, you know, obviously, again, it's a, you know, it's a devastating day. You know what I mean? Just to see the planes going. So I reflect on where I was, and, you know, obviously who did it, who didn't do it, the politics that came behind it, you know, the pushback on the Muslim community, and, you know, people getting assaulted and stuff for being associated religious-wise. But, you know, when you're listening to it on the headphones and you far away from home, and you don't really know what's going on, and, you know, you're really just a prisoner, and you trapped to the, you know, you trapped to the confinements of, you know, what if they lock this shit down, they gotta kill us. So, you know, you think about those things, and when you look now and you reflect, you say, damn, when they're reading all the names, are you one of those individuals that's like tired of the remembering it, you know what I mean, every year and running through the names? And obviously I didn't watch it. As soon as when I turned on the TV and came back, SunDaY, FunDay, I clicked on the games, you know what I mean? So I really didn't, you know, pay too much attention. And it's been like that. I'm gonna say, you don't want to get desensitized, obviously, and I'll talk about that a lot on the channel. But just like certain things, you just tired of hearing. It's like, all right, already, we get what happened, we know what happened. You know, I choose not to, you know, to be involved. I mean, what's some of your memories if you are 31? You know what I mean? If you are in this age bracket, if you 21, you was born in, you know, in the year that it happened. What's some of your thoughts now? Do you still think the government did it? Do you think the brother, you know, the Islamic brothers did it? Do the political fallout and, you know, the sanctions and just the whole thing that, you know, transpired after that? What's your views on it? My views is pretty much, I think I'm overkill with it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of this shit. You know what I mean? So again, condolences. Obviously, you got the people still fighting for the, you know, the funds and all that for the first responders, and they try to cut back, you know, all this other bubblegum shit. So you know what else happened on that day? Well, no, not on September 11th. Not when the towers fell. Well, you had the Kanye, and you had 50 Cent, you know, on BET. I think I got the clip of that too. Let's see if we can roll the clip on this. Spin the clip. Yeah, I think I got the clip.
Now,
You know what I mean?
This is definitely a big day in hip hop. It's a monumental day in hip hop.
This when they was going against each other.
How are both of y'all feeling right now? It's 11th of September. How are both of y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know I'm a lead.
You know 50 Cent.
Of course I'm feeling good. Big brother's big brother with him.
Try to get on hold and Kanye.
Ain't no competition for
you know 50 Cent talk shit. And this was off that I Get Money. Money I Got. I Get Money. Money I Got off that 50 Cent album. You know what I mean? I Get Money, and obviously Kanye dropped the Graduation with Flashing Lights, and you know what I mean? Good Life with T-Pain, and you know what I mean? Rihanna, like that album right there, the Graduation album, all the way fire. And you know, 50 Cent was like, I'm gonna retire if I don't, you know, if he sell more records than me. And obviously Kanye sold more than him. Jay like, I'm putting my money on Louis Bro. You know what I mean? And just to be clear, let me make sure they got the right album. I like to be accurate. Yeah, Graduation. Yeah, Good Morning, Stronger, I Wonder, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Barry Bonds with Lil Wayne. That's my joint. This is what you all been waiting for, ain't it? What people pay paper for, damn it, they can't stand it. They want some new. So let's get reacquainted. Became a hood favorite, I can't even explain it. I surprised myself too. All fire on that album, Flashing Lights, Everything I Am, The Glory, Homecoming, Big Brother, obviously to the whole reference. If I'm mistaken, 50 Cent, that album when he came out with 50 Cent. I'm still on Tidal. I ain't delete my account, so I be bullshitting. My bad. I be bullshitting. Yeah, 50 Cent on. What album was that? Just to make sure. Was that before I self-destruct? No, it wasn't. What album was that? I think it was Curtis. Yeah, it was Curtis. I Get Money, AO Technology, which was fire. Man Down, My Guns Go Off, the intro, I Still Kill, and Straight to the Bank. So even though 50 Cent had bangers on there too. Fully Loaded Clip, that's one of my bangers right there. Obviously still Kanye still sold more, and I think his album was better. Who do you think got the best catalog? You know what I mean? Kanye, obviously he had some I'm gonna say less stellar. People look like he got the 808. You know what I mean? His mom's passed, and she rest in peace. Kind of went on a downcline. Then he did the album Kanye Presents with you know the All Stars, and then he did the other album with what's the dude name? Yeah. Check My Watch. Fuck is his name? Pusha T and 2 Chainz and Mercy Alago, Lamborghini Mercy. So he had them joints, and then he had the Ghost Kids with Cudi. So he had a lot of collaborations. That's the only thing that I will say about Kanye. Even though he got wild hits, 50 Cent got wild hits too. I'm gonna think overall. I'm gonna say for me, if it was a versus, I probably think, especially if you take away the album with Hov and obviously the collaborations, I probably say 50 Cent got more hits, standalone hits by itself that I probably would rock with. But this also happened that day. I thought it was interesting how time flies. Do you ever think about when you out of here? The record deal, video, and all this shit out there. Well, let's speak about Kanye. Let's speak about really his ex-wife, how they might still be married. And shout outs to Kanye. Y'all know I met Kanye, Yeezy, you know what I mean, when I was out there in LA with Damon shit for the movie Honor Up. Shout outs to everybody that was on the movie, that was in the movie, rather, not on the movie, in the movie. Because I actually knew a lot of people that's in the movie. Mad cool. Kim was there, obviously. We all had to leave our phones and shit. They ain't want us taking no pictures, being no groupie ass niggas. And I was cool with all that, even though we ended up getting a pic. But some people did sneak their cameras in and their phones. And then it was back-to-back nights. So the first night was like more chill. Then the second night, niggas was getting their phones in. And Kim was there, obviously. She was off to her little side, had her little guy, bodyguard, whoever was just like in close proximity. You know what I mean? A couple of people spoke to her and was just, curious and shit. But she back in the news, and every so often we get these Kim stories of her crying about the sex tapes and Cry Me a River and Ray J with the Fab and the Coke Nights and the Diddy's and all these stories. And I met Ray J as well. Y'all know Popovich, you know what I mean? In the real life, Lee, I'm outside all the time and I travel a lot. You know what I mean? And I've been blessed to travel. I hope to continue to keep traveling. But I met Ray J, he mad cool, met him in Miami. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Master Moo. He was out there doing his Black Diva magazine release party. I think they about to be on like they 13th or 12th issue coming up soon. You know what I mean? So much success to him. Another black business owner. Oh, but you black. Shout out to my nigga Master Moo. So we was out there for that, and while we was on the strip, you know what I mean? We was you know, doing Miami shit. We ran into him, and we was able to, you know, take some pictures and shit like that. Man, cool. But he back in the news. I'm not really sure what sparked it. I didn't see the live. Obviously, I think I got a little clip of that too. But he back in the news, and he's saying like, yo, I've been telling y'all this shit that Kim and her moms is lying. There was contracts we signed, and we both put it out, and you know, he kind of like showing the receipts now, like challenge, like you're not gonna be lying on my name, and I'll let it play.
You go to sex tape contract. You want to see the sex tape contract?
You want to see
there
the
go
contract?
the sex tape contract. There it is.
There's
the whole thing, right? That's my handwriting. That's it, right? This is the sex tape full contract.
Okay.
They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. There you go. Let's talk about it.
Let's
keep going, because I'm telling you, go down to that. That's important right there. That's important because that's my signature and that's Steve Hirsch's signature. And I love you, Steve. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is about somebody fronting and lying. And I wish you can say something now when you saw her lying, but we'll deal with her later in court. She gotta talk. I hope she don't want to lie under oath. That's right? 4 years of that's 4.
That's perjury.
But 25 to life for the sodomy shit Kim tried to play me with.
Oh,
so these matter because this is the original contract. So with us initialing everything proves that each letter, each page is confirmed that it's going down. Without our signatures right there, our initials, then these pages won't, like, they'll be void. Right? Now look. This is just the first shit. Now, there's no way I could use Kim Kardashian's name in this contract if she wasn't a part of it. This is light, right? It shouldn't even say that. It should say like superstar something else to just keep it really vague so it's cool, right? But this is a full-on contract. I got 12.5%. Kim
this is 6 minutes and change. We're not going to do the whole 6 minutes.
She got the same exact contract I got. And when we go to court, guess what? They got to pull that up because we got to see that.
Let me turn this down, all right? Let me have a little. So this is a little the good juice, not alcohol. One, I respect Ray J, right? Let me pause this. I respect Ray J. Obviously, when anybody comes, especially when it's some sexual shit, and I already expressed my opinion and my views on this, and I'll reiterate. I'm not copping out. I'm not compromising. I'm not doing anything that's gonna paint me in a negative, a bad, a little bit like inconspicuous. Even if it's inconspicuous, like if it's a black ant on a black rock in a black night, you won't be able to see that shit. I'm still not going for like no can do. I can't go for that. No can do. Like I'm not going for that. Kodak Blacks, even though now the petty Nicki Minaj husband. I don't know if he's clear yet, but I know the woman came out and said she was lying. So I'm glad that that's coming out now. And you know, I did a video on that, so we had to speak about that again to make sure that just like we were speaking in the negative, we speak in the positive when we say, oh nah, that was inaccurate. This bitch was lying. Let's clear this man's name. All for that. Because if it's me, I'm fighting to death. Not copping out. I'm not brandishing my name. I'm not doing none of that for no sexual shit. So I'm only mentioning that to say this is not the same. She not accusing him of no foul play. He just want his name clear. Like, yo, we both signed the contract. We both did what we did. You know what I mean? We got famous off it, even though he was Brandy's little brother at that time, and she was relatively nobody. I think she was a Paris Hilton, assistant, or maybe she was a Brandy assistant, some shit like that. And then all of a sudden you rise. Obviously her father, you know what I mean, and her, her moms played around with OJ. Obviously they come from the paper. So in that sense, they had status, or certain circles they was known. But I mean overall, like the masses now. She wasn't Kim Kardashian when he had his joint in the mouth and was wilding on her for the movies. Right. So they put each other on the map in that sense because they wasn't really up there like that. It wasn't all the way up. But she kept elevating all the way up. Left him down, whether they signed the contract or not. When I seen this on Instagram, I only took a snap or saved the video for the show, but it's like, I don't want to hear about this shit. Shit is how many years later, and although I get why he's going hard with the receipts and all that, like, yo, I'm going to get this bitch. We're going to get it in court. I want to see if she going to lie. I want to just show y'all the receipts. It's like, didn't you have the receipts years ago, though, bro? Because that is your name. That is her name. Y'all was in a joint agreement contract. Why you just can't put this shit out later? What's the hold up for? Like, slow down. The yellow means to slow down when you come into the light. It don't mean try to go through the light. A lot of us do. You know what I mean? Self-included. You're supposed to slow down. You're supposed to start yielding. Like, all right, let me see if it's, you know what I mean? Because you go through, you get hit. So I get it. You want to clear your name. And I'm definitely all for clearing your name of any fuckery, anything that could sully your name. Like I said, certain things I'm not budging on. I'm not compromising on. No sexual, none of that. I'm not, none of that. Cop out to a robbery or hustling or some other shit before I cop out to that. Before I even think of trying to, you know what I mean, say, well, I don't want to go to jail. I'm just going to just cop. No. I'm not registering, no offenders. I'm not doing none of that. So I get it, because I'm going to fight tooth to nail. You want to come out now and show that she lying and all. I get it, like, you moved on with Princess, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you got kids and shit now. We grown now. I get it, but the thing is, why you ain't been nipped this shit in the bud? You know what I mean? And Kanye swing back around, and you know what I mean? You get with her, you marry her. You already know she was for the streets. Her whole family is for the streets. And I'm saying that, I'm saying it loosely, but I'm saying it in this sense, and now I'm playing, but now I'm being serious. Sisters with the athletes, her with all her athletes, from Chris Humphrey to Reggie Bush, so the list goes on, you know what I mean? The moms with the younger dude, and you know, what's the younger one, Jenner and Jenny, you know what I mean? Then even Black China, you know what I mean? All come out and they show you what's going on with these people. And even though he was one of the first to deal with her, that's why he made the song, I hit it, 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 I hit it first. Right, we know you hit it first. From the back, booty clapping sounds, right? Had your joint on, put some D's on her. You know what I mean? We seen the videos, right? And y'all porn stars now, pretty much. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Why not nip this shit in the bud years ago? Move on. She ain't thinking about you. And again, she did just put you know, it was a little episode with Kanye, what is it, North or the Sun came with the Roblox game, and I did a video on this. Go see the other video. When she was fake crying, all this shit is for TV and AE and ENA or whatever the show, I mean, whatever network that shit come on. Fake crying and Kanye get on the West and he go get the tapes and all that. And Whack 100 may be involved and we don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Like he's still ranting and rolling.
Just trying to hurry up and get me out the way.
He's still ranting and rolling. I mean, like I said, this shit was 6 minutes, 43 seconds.
Now look, I got more. This is everything that, like, all I need to do is, the judge, all he needs to do is just ask for them to print up the contracts they signed. Oh, no. It's cool. Like, it's not Photoshop. It's cool though. Yeah, I got the video. Hold on. Oh,
why you just didn't do this shit years ago, my nigga? Clear your name, be done with it. Because obviously they up now. Like, they done capitalized little black niggas. And, you know what I mean? And the thing is, you could say, like I'm saying, yeah, that is the facts. They have capitalized little blacks. They, you know, black men, the ones they was dealing with, the black culture with the cornrows and everybody wanted to be like them. And a lot of these bitches and women's and just people, especially the LGBT community and all that, she they queen to be. Like Queen Elizabeth, she's your queen to be. Follow the blueprint, try to do shit like her, wear shit like her, be like her. They influence her and subliminally and, you know, or unconscious and probably consciously. They weaving, you know what I mean? They shit into the atmosphere and people is sucking it up and you know, and then trying to emulate it. So my thing is, y'all, you know what type of people they is, and you was the first one of them. How you swing back years later and you gotta go through all the proving and go to court now and all this shit should have been pushed out, or maybe you got bread in the back office. And I could be wrong. I don't know all of the weird shit that goes on in Hollywood, but I do know what's going on. I do know they've been doing what they've been doing, and we've been hip to the game. If you know what I mean, if you've been paying attention, and so pretty much when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. Hopefully he clears his name or whatever he got to do and prove that they've been lying and breaching the contract. And the contract was what, 13, 14 years old? So I'm saying, damn, all this shit is old, bro. So are they really in breach of the contract by talking about it or whatever they fake doing to you? I mean, I don't know. I would have been cleared my name. I wouldn't have waited. What you waiting for? Maybe you also got an interior motive. Who knows? I don't know. Let's get into some other shit, though. Speaking of the Kardashians, Ray J and all that, let's talk about Black China, right? Me and how I mentioned it, because she came out. Remember, she was going at them too. And although I'm not in the loop, like following on TV and Twitter accounts, obviously I'm on YouTube, and y'all know I'm running through these YouTube streets, running through these YouTube alleyways, and this shit never. So I see shit come on the ticker. I may not always check out the videos, but I see it just to stay in the loop. She was going back and forth with her moms and getting at them. Obviously, she's the baby mother of Rob Kardashian, took his seed and all that. Then a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago, it seemed like she was fake crying and like child support not enough, and she was supposed to be broke. Then she jumped on Fans Only, and then now you fast forward, it was all good just a week ago. Allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, she making, you know what I mean, 20 million, like 1.5 million, like we going to double that, we going to triple that, we going to quadruple that. 1.5 million times 10. Yeah, we going to go to 20 M's, possibly, maybe, sort of, off Fans Only. And I've never been on Fans Only. Not really a fan of paying to look at buns, look at feet, look at lingerie, to look at you play with the rabbit and all these new toys that they bring. The rabbit and the bullet is old now. That shit is old school. I forget some of these new names and shit. You be seeing on Instagram and TikTok and all these little toys and shit. So the shit that I'm talking about is probably dinosauric and you know what I mean? And it's old. It's historic with all the new shit. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. But I'm not paying to see you know what I mean, play with your box or, you know what I mean, doing that when it's like free sites. So if I do want to indulge, I'm just going to go to that and, oh, but you black. Yeah, but that's not the business I'm going to pay for. You know what I mean? Not in that way. But I get it if that's what you do. And that's you, fellas. Because I'm sure it's fellas. I'm sure it's fellas. I don't know how much the subscription is per month, but I'm saying, damn, if she making 20 bands, or she made 20 bands since she been on there, the fucking subscription got to be 30, 40, 50, maybe $100. And I did a show back when the pandemic had us cabin fever and we was inside. I was saying, like, if you're in a relationship, committed, monogamous, you know what I mean? If you sign up to a Fans, and there's no shade on the Fans, so it's like dancing. When I go to strip club, I throw money. I get lap dances, because that's your money, son. You know what I mean? That's your money. That's what I do. I go to have fun. So I'm not cheap in that aspect, and I never was cheap. I always, you know what I mean? Look out. Not being a sucker, but it ain't tricking if you got it right. Those lines, but I'm being funny. I'm always just look out. We're going to have drinks, and we getting in. I know when chicks trying to get over, though. But anyway, I only say that to say I don't mind. But just not in this way. But for the fellas that is doing it, 20 million already? Like, y'all just going to get her back child support. Y'all just going to fund her whole new lifestyle after she got on, was talking crazy, was seen in the motherfucking airport. That video I did see, when she looked at not liking her right state of mind, maybe a little drugs, I don't know. You know what I mean? The surgeries, the butts and all that. I mean, it's really, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Shout out to O'Shea, Duke Jackson. The buffoonery remains at an all-time high, and she's part of it. But fellas, really? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not shocked and amazed. I may have gotten close to it, only because it's like, y'all already seen everything. When she was a dancer, right? Then Drake shouted out back then, like, know what I mean? Call her China, tell her to be on fire. What's that, Malaya? One of them, right? these old school stripper joints, right? 20 million? Like, whoa, that's crazy. That's like, whoa, like I had this bad bitch in town, she was whoa. You know what I mean? Had me fucked up in the head. I mean, whoa. Y'all niggas really went and on fans account, signed up, logged up, made profiles to see China? I mean, she don't look like she used to look. And I'm being nice. You know, she ain't horrible, ugly looking. She ain't Frankenstein, but she ain't no dime, and she ain't young tender no more. She not. So my thing is, what the fuck are you paying for? Are you paying to see her clap it, play with it, talk to you? Maybe that's what niggas do. Cause I know somebody was telling me too. I had a relative. I won't put them on blast. They was on fans only, but they was on there with their boyfriend. Some wild shit. Yeah, like we all just ordinary people, and I got family that's into crazy shit too, just like y'all family. They was supposed to be doing it. At first, I didn't know it was the boyfriend. You know what I mean? And I was talking to them like, oh, all right, cool. And then she was like, yeah, my boyfriend's on there too, so it's not what you think. I'm just showing them my feet. And you know, when you dive into the fans only world for researching purposes, you know what I mean? Research purposes. But I never was on fans only. But you hear some of them say they not just having toys, you know, trying on lingerie, sending feet and hand pictures. Some of them are talking to the subscribers, emailing them back or FaceTiming them. So maybe that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to FaceTime China? So you're going to pay $150 a month or whatever the subscription is, because I don't know. If you know, leave it in the comments. But 20 million after only being on there for a few months, kudos to her. I'm not even mad at her. Like, this is America. Don't catch you slipping. Now, yeah, women could get on there, men jump on fans only and make $20 million. Hey, get your money, because that's your money, son. But is it a little disappointment in this sense? It's no hate. Get your money. America gonna let you get it. It's a system set up in place. Go take advantage of it. Fully take advantage of it. I really have no qualms with that. I'm just looking with the side eye as men. I'm saying, all right, damn, I get it. It's not even like you can touch the buns. So that's the differentiate. You know, I'm trying to make a difference. Like, at least in the strip club, all right, if I go blow a band, which I have before, you know what I mean? Maybe not like the Bootsy's and the Mayweathers, you know, throwing 40, 50 racks and all that. Just a little light band. At least I could smack some buns. At least I could smell some buns. At least I could get some sweat on me. You know what I mean? Might get my pants a little dirty if, you know what I mean, they sweating, makeup and all. At least it's going to be an experience. You might could slide. You know what I mean? Like, after the drinks, you might get a number. It's possibilities. So at least you don't feel like, and even still sometimes you won't like, damn, ooh, $1,500 tonight on nothing. Like, on just, you know what I mean, having fun and throwing money on joints. And you heard what Hope said. What's better than throwing money in the strip club? Right. Credit. You want to know how the Jews and all that? Right. That's how they did it. You know that now. You know better, you do better. Or at least you're supposed to. But fans only, you're going to look at some feet pictures. You're going to look at some box and some lingerie. You're going to get a FaceTime. Or maybe that's what you went to. I said 20 million. I said kudos to her. Like, hey, I'm not mad at you. She changed the whole trajectory around. Like, 1 week you down, 1 week you up. Long as you stay the same, it'll come back around. Because just a couple of weeks ago, she was crying broke, talking about child support not enough, and Rob Kardashian ain't doing enough. Now she 20 million up with more to come. So I just thought that was interesting. Let's get into this other shit though. Like, you know what I mean? Speaking of relationships, speaking of, you know, baby daddies and shit. So allegedly, this is a crazy story too. A lady by the name of, what's her name? Tavia Campbell. Allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, but I did see the video. So that's you. Like R. Kelly, that's you. And that's you, ladies. She was out shopping at Kohl's or whatever with her baby father. 8-month-old baby in the back of the car, minivan at that, 23 years old or 24. He goes in the store to get groceries, and he leaves his phone on some Drake shit, like, you know what I mean? Cheesecake, Tara Banks, you leave your phone. When you come back, she looking at all your texts like, Aubrey, who's this? And now you gotta explain who the fuck is under scam and, you know what I mean, collectors. This motherfucking Keisha, you know what I mean? Keisha with the big, you know what I mean? You gotta explain that. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. She allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, went through his phone while he was getting groceries, and come to find out, he was supposed to be having inappropriate relations with her sister. So when he come out with the groceries and shit, unbeknownst to him, she already mad. She already in the rage, like she's Bill O'Reilly. You only rallying me up. Tried to hit him with the car, did hit him with the car slightly, tried to maneuver and matrix this shit, and got out the way a little bit. And then she hit somebody else, another elderly man walking across the, to the pathway to go to the store as well with a cane, kills him. But fuck him, right? Like, condolences to his family, and may Allah have mercy. But I mean, she, jumps out the car, comes start hitting the baby father. The video was wild. You know what I mean? Like, you can't see the baby in the back, but this is the news. This is what the news is reporting. Starts hitting the baby father. He on the floor, probably not knowing what the fuck she's, what made her get to this level. Then she tried to get back in the car and flee the scene. Allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, some good Samaritans, stopped her, and now she facing life in prison. What? And I get it, like, you say she's just a friend, and then you go visit the college, and when you get to the room, you see your would-be girlfriend, with, the joint in her mouth, you say he just a friend, oh, baby, like, I get it. The sister, so you mad. And we just had another story come out with another black lady, young lady, had exposed that her moms was sleeping with her baby father. So I'm not shocked and amazed. One is no excuse. There's no level of what he could have did that should make her do that. Obviously, if he was trying to kill her or it was domestic like that, two wrongs don't make it right, but you do have a right to defend yourself. So it's like if you was whipping my ass, Jennifer Lopez, and you just had it enough. But, as far as cheating, infidelity, things that go on in relationships sometimes, not saying it's right, don't give you a right to just come take a life. Some, in the comments in the story I was reading, a lot of women was like, it's a lot of other ways you could have did this. You could have chopped up some motherfucking light bulbs, and they think they A and B C from motherfucking Oz, and you keep putting glass in the motherfucking, what was the Italian nigga? They kept feeding them glass for months in the episodes, you ain't know. And then finally, niggas bleeding blood. His whole insides is just ripping apart because glass is going through him. And it's hard. That's horrible. But this was some of the comments that some of the women were saying. This other stuff you could have did. And remember when a lady, the white chick, forget her name. She cut her man Johnson off, and they sold it back on, and he became a porn star. Like, you see Angela Bassett waiting to exhale, light the car on fire. All that shit is just hyped up Hollywood, salacious shit. It looks good. It may feel good when you're watching it. That's not the move. And what she just did, unfortunately, because maybe he was boning his sister, and obviously you had some comments like, he's still going to be boning your sister, except you're going to be life now. But she just brought front row tickets. Front row tickets. It costs a lot of money to go to prison, believe it or not, for the taxpayers. They say the fucking house of the average prisoner, not inmate. Again, go look up the difference of the word. I don't use inmate, but that's what the state call you. If you get locked up, you're an inmate. But in my book, you're a convict or you're a prisoner. Big difference, mindset difference. Go look it up. I think it costs about like 80,000 to 100,000. I could be wrong. I know the number years ago was probably about like 60. That's why I'm raising it up. And I haven't looked in a while, but I definitely know it was over 50. And that's why you have people saying it costs more to house a prisoner than to send a motherfucker to college. Right? Like Lil Wayne was saying that when he was talking to Al Sharpton. And he was like, you ain't no MLK, Mr. Sharpton. And he was like, y'all gonna send a motherfucker to prison for a whole 2-3 years for some petty drug case or some, Grand Theft Auto or some bubblegum shit to feed him, clothe him, medical. Because niggas go to prison, they go try to get their teeth done, and I'm being funny, but I'm not. But you can go to the outside hospital, you can go get yourself, you can go with any problems that you may have. It may take a long time, but you can go to the outside hospital to get stuff wrong with you, possibly fixed. not teeth and all that fixed. You ain't going to get no cosmetic surgery. So I'm being funny. But it does cost the housing. Security, you can't get away and all this stuff, as opposed to college, right? The books and the curriculum. So I just said, damn, like you just brought front row seats, possibly for life. He's a white guy. She's a black guy. You know, I don't want to play the race card, but he is white, an older white guy, and obviously the family is devastated. They're like, this is, you know, the mayor and all out of the town is like, yo, we're going to try to prosecute to the full extent of the law. And again, passion of crime, right? It's different when the Bismarck example, you walking on your wife and she getting her black bone out. Like, you know what I mean? You seeing this, like, oh, you in my house, you in my bed. Still not saying you should kill a motherfucker dead, but like, you know what I mean? I understand when you get the bat, when you get the, you know what I mean, and you just wild out, because this shit is happening right in your house. Like, you walked in and, you know what I mean, you see the shit, as opposed to picking up the phone, seeing some text from your sister and him, then you go in a rage, drive the car, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just killed the whole innocent person, and now your daughter's 8 months, so she gonna see you from prison. The father's not dead. You didn't kill him. He may be a little disabled, but you might still be fucking your sister. Or you fucking somebody else. You just threw your whole life away because an unfaithful dude cheated on you, and I get it. Men do the most too, especially over women. You find out your joint cheating on you. You want to kill a dude she fucking with. You want to kill her. Right here in Harlem a couple months ago, rest in peace to the sister. You know, dude killed his baby moms. That was, what, 9 months or like 8 months pregnant right here in Harlem on 26th, 7th Street. Crazy. We know people do over the top emotional shit when you catch them in a state like it. Doesn't make it right though. So it's like, it's better to leave. It's better to just walk away and, you know what I mean, take the herb, have a glass of wine, smoke some, see a counselor, talk to your friends, have a fuck you night, as opposed to doing that. And again, she did just try to get him, so she still would have went to prison if she would have killed him. You killed him, you go into jail. But instead, you didn't even kiss. It's like the accident murdering niggas, these young dumb niggas that's on the scooters, during a moving vehicle, shooting the bullet, trying to hit a moving target. This shit is not the movies. And once the lights go off, they're not gonna come back on, right? Because you're not that strong. And you're not no fucking skilled marksman. You're a fucking bumbling idiot. And you shoot from behind trees and moving cars, and you hit the wrong person. So it's like, yeah, you killed somebody, but you didn't kill an intended target. So you really, you know what I mean, you're an accident murder, like Nas said. You don't get props for that. So even though she was trying to kill the right person, that nigga jumped to the side. Go look at the video. Because I know he probably was like, just the instance, like, is she bugging out? But he still had enough wherewithal to get out the way. That's why she kind of like only grazed him, because he jumped back onto the curb, so the car jumps on the curb, comes off the curb, and then go ahead and kill, you know, and kill the innocent guy. It's like, damn, he probably was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Then come to find out, like, oh shit, I left my phone in the car. Like, you know what I mean? And this is a real side note too, for relationship people. Do you have do you think your significant other or whatever should have the password to your phone? Do you leave your phone around? Like, what's the rules? Like, you ain't looking, you don't want to find out. Because you hear a lot of people say, like, you know, one, you can't stop nobody from doing anything. That's number one. We all grown, we all adults, we all going to do what we want to do. And that's everybody. Because, like, even the highest power, if you believe, you know, God rules or, you know, God laws, people still violate and do so. Like, even if you're in a relationship, you ain't gonna make a human do something that, you know, they don't want to do. If they want to do it, they're gonna do it. The point is, you can't stop nothing. So you'll hear people say, mostly women though, they'll be like, yeah, I'm not, even though this is in the beginning, they'll be like, nah, I ain't looking for nothing. I don't want to get my heart broken. I don't want to look for shit. You know, if I stumble across it, or if the truth should come to the light, then I'll find out. But I'm not gonna go look for it. And you say, damn, that is a good stance. Because, like, why would you want to go look to break your relationship, even though you're not the one committing the infidelity? But if you don't know, then you don't know, right? It's like, you don't know. Even though ignorance to the law is different. You break the law, you say you in Russia and you got the pins, you know what I mean? Brittany, you know what I mean? Like, all right, they got you. It's different in that sense. It's just like, you don't know, you don't know. But in this sense here, obviously, she either had his password, or he didn't have a passcode on his phone, or she went looking, she was suspicious, she followed up on her, you know what I mean, her suspicion, and she was right. maybe, and obviously it comes to that. So it's like, damn, what's the rules in your house? Are you single, you living by the single life, free agent lifestyle, or you got to answer to the higher power? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about week motherfucking 1 in the recap. I was at Bomb's house, you know what I mean, Friday. We was, you know what I mean, listening to some beats and shit. Show got cut short. All right, for the first week, I ain't even get a locks out because we was, the alarm started going off for the car. I think somebody's shit got broken into. It was crazy. Go look at the video. So I never gave the locks out. We're gonna get a locks out right now, real quick. This earlier
What
today.
it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Not the music.
Not the music.
Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people, because it's Sunday FunDay, the real Sunday FunDay. First week of the NFL, and here go the locks. Not the locks from Yonkers. Shout outs to them.
Shout outs to the
Talking
locks.
about the winner,
Chicken
chicken
dinners.
dinners. Here they go right here. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, the
Yeah.
Browns,
Yeah.
and Arizona.
Only fucking
Those are the
loss.
locks right there. Winner.
Chicken dinner.
Chicken
Shout out to my
dinner.
man Drizzle.
What up, my guy?
My nigga Drizzle just
I
walked
just told the
in.
people who I like. Let's tell them again.
Let's recap.
I like both.
Alright, so y'all heard the locks. 5 locks. We went 4 out of 1, so that means we won. We didn't win the parlay, but if you follow on the channel, I told you, don't bet on the parlay. Bet the game separate. So what does that mean? That means That means we won 4 out of 5. That means we up 3. No matter what you bet. If you bet $20, that means you up for the first week. And let's just run through it on. And I always show my receipts. I won't show the 1 picks. I just show the parlay, and I added Minnesota on there. 6 pick, 2 games, 1 game short, $100, 48, 41. I do one of these every week, and then I bet the game separately. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and Minnesota over Green Bay. The only loss on it was fucking Arizona, man, motherfuckers. So this ticket is dead. It's $100 loss. But if you split the games up, actually went 5 out of 6. So you know what I mean, that's winner. But let's recap real quick. I'll try to keep more better records. I know as the season start going on, I'll be forgetting what's going on. Y'all gotta hold me accountable. On the channel, out of the 15 games that I played, tomorrow is Monday Night Football. We went 9-6 as far as the games. We had Buffalo, we had Atlanta, we had Carolina, that was a loss. We had Chicago, Pittsburgh, Detroit. We had the Colts, that was a loss because they was -7. We had New England, that was a loss. They was getting 3.5. We had Jacksonville, that was a loss. We had Arizona, that was a big loss because I would have won 48 hundo. We had Green Bay, that was a loss. But then off the channel, I jumped on the I'm gonna try this shit for this year. The CBS Sports app. I'm a sports app. That's what I do every day. Sunday is just like the mother of all days when it comes to, you know what I mean, betting. But on the CBS app, I won 11 for 4. And you can see here, you know what I mean? Jumped on it even, and I don't know how many people play, but I know it's supposed to play for $100,000 each week, $5,000. And this shit is tough, bro. This shit is really tough. Out of the 11 games, out of the 15 games, I won 11. I got 4 losses, but I'm number 417. Like, you know what I mean? Even with 4 losses, I'm 417. You can see it right there. See, I'm 11-4, and I'm 417. So the number one. Let me look real quick and see the rankings. How you do that shit again? Oh, the standings. The number 1 person got 14 fucking right. Jeez. The second, the number 1 and number 2 people got 14. So I guess at the end of the year they're gonna add up all the points. So I only say that to say on the channel I went 9-6. On the CBS app I went 11-4. And in the real life I won as well because we bet. You know what I mean? Let's just recap real quick. How long we been on this shit? Almost an hour. We got a couple more minutes. I got a couple more minutes to rock with y'all. Let's run through some of the games though. See if we was right about some of this shit. Alright, first game. New Orleans at Atlanta. We had Atlanta with the 5.5. We said New Orleans would probably win money line, and they did. Had to come back at the end. Jameis Winston looked like he got hurt a little bit. Came back. They won by 1. It was a nail biter. If you had Atlanta, then it was good money. Atlanta's still going to be dirt this year, though. Sorry, ATL. Next game, Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland going against their old quarterback, Baker, dangerous Mayfield. And for a minute, I believe sports is rigged, is scripted, is, handled by the people that run this shit. So any given Sunday, any given day, you could lose by some cheating shit. That's just my belief. You don't got to believe that. So Cleveland is in control of the game. They rocking, they rolling. Teams do make runs. All of a sudden, Baker Mayfield niggas take the lead. I'm like, yo, you kidding me? Last 2 minutes of the game, they want to make this nigga look like he's Superman and he's the hero. And Cleveland said, nah, we're going to kick this last-minute field goal. And they won by 2, and we had Cleveland. So that was a win. Carolina, they going to probably be all right. They probably going to win 5 or 6 games. I don't think they're going to win no more than that. San Fran, they lost. And I said they probably will win money line, but they probably won't cover the 6.5 playing that Soldier Field. It was a lot of rain today. And Chicago won straight up. I didn't think they was going to win straight up. But they did. Yo, Dre, my nigga, he a San Fran fan. Y'all looking real bad. Y'all lost to the Bears. What? Opening day? Next game, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. We had Pittsburgh with the 7. And pretty much we said Cincinnati might win. But I'm taking Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, top 5, dead or alive. That's just off 1 LP. You know what I mean? And he is, as far as coaching in the NFL. But the thing why I really like the Pittsburgh a lot, same reason why I like the Buffalo over the Rams. Anytime you go to the Super Bowl, football is such a physical, taxing sport. And it's a game of attrition. So you got to be healthy. All pieces got to align. When you go play 17 games, then you go play, I think they had the first round by 3 rounds. That's like 20 games. Plus the Super Bowl, even though it's 2 weeks in between, you playing 21 games. Quick turnaround next season, target on your back. Yeah, you're not going back to the Super Bowl. So I don't think the Rams is going back to the Super Bowl. I don't think Cincinnati, and a lot of people don't think they should have been there last year, even though we won last year in the Super Bowl. We had Cincinnati. We put 2 bands on them with the 4.5 points though. Next game, Philly at Detroit. We had Detroit. This was an interesting game. I was on NFL Red Zone, so you get to see all of the plays. At first, I'm like, it's 21-7. Philly is running away. Then in the third quarter, shit started getting tight. All of a sudden, Detroit is tied up. Philly had to win with a field goal, so they barely just got out of there. Detroit, Holly Berry. I give Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions a lot of credit. Shout out to Jalen Rose. D-Town, because they fought hard. Next game, we had this one wrong, obviously, on the channel. We had Indianapolis -7 at Houston, and it ended up being a tie game. We thought it was going to be 2 tie games, but it turned out not. I don't know. Matty Ice, he's old. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, NFL career, all that shit out here? You never won a bling blow. You came close, and Tom Brady said negative. Colts they're gonna make the playoffs. I think they're gonna be a decent team. I mean, by default, the division is trash. Matty Ice, he's still learning. They got a good defense. They got a good running back. We'll see. Next game, Miami. On the channel, we had New England. In the real life, we took Miami. And I've really said this on the channel. I'm like, Bill Belichick and them, they never really go play in Miami good the first week of the season or the first, they always play early in the season. Then at the end, they in New England when it's cold. This dude got hurt, Matt Jones, so that's a big issue. Belichick, we all looking at you with the side eye now. Brady been gone. Challenge, nigga. Let's see what you can do. And Miami, they smacked them, even though it was only by 13. Next game, Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, they beat the Jets. We knew they was going to beat the Jets. Jets is trash. He didn't get that. He didn't get no guaranteed money though. He betting on himself. And I got Lamar them going to the Super Bowl. It's either them, Buffalo, or Kansas City. That's the 3 teams that I see. I don't really see no competition really coming out of the AFC. That's my opinion. Next game, Jacksonville at Washington. Carson Wentz got the revenge that he should have got last year when they played at Jacksonville. All they needed to do, you had one job last year. Beat Jacksonville when you win the playoffs. Playoffs? You kidding me? Don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope we can win a game in another game. And they lost that game last year. This year, it was a little close. It was motherfucking, 20-22. Jacksonville was winning. And then Carson Wentz, they ended up going down the field. What's the rookie name? Caught a spectacular touchdown, and they won. Next game, this game breaks my heart. Obviously, I would have loved to get this 48-41. Motherfuckers, bro. And I hate losing. Arizona, it was getting 6.5, no B-Hop. What's the lead policy, drug shit? He out the first 6 games. Patrick Mahomes, they out. They no more Tyreek Hill. He in Miami. And Andy Reid and them, they just rolled. They just rolled. First, it looked like it was going to be close. Then they just smacked them around. Psh, psh, psh. Give me your lunch money. Took their lunch money. Took their chain. Took their wallabies. You niggas is out of here. Spanked them. And they look bad. And, yeah, that was a bad pick. Next game, Raiders at the Chargers. Last year, that was the playoff game. Supposed to be a split. They both could have went to the playoffs. Raiders look pretty good. Obviously, they got Devontae Adams now from Green Bay, Derek Carr. I like their team. Are they going to make noise? Could they make the playoffs inside the AFC West with Kansas City, with the Chargers? I don't know, but I think they will because they got a good offense. Today they lost. Green Bay, you had Aaron Rodgers looking around like, where did all the good receivers go? Had a couple of rookie receivers drop the ball. No more Devontae Adams. He still discount, double check. And it's the first game of the season. Minnesota always played them tough. Kirk Cousins, you like that. Even on the channel, we had Green Bay. But in the real life, we switched that pick, put Minnesota. I changed that. And on the CBS app, changed that. I just was like, damn, Aaron Rodgers, first game of the season, rookies. Defense is good, but Minnesota defense is good. 1.5 spread. The spread made me look with the side eye, so I changed. But I think the Green Bay Packers will be fine. I got either them, Brady, and them. Brady, Green Bay, or who's the last team? Let me just look real quick, just so I could be accurate. Because I know they was like, who gonna be my Super Bowl picks? I'll tell you right now. Yeah, there's nobody from this division. Is Brady, Green Bay, Brady or Green Bay? I'm not going to say that the Rams, I don't think they're going to go back to back. Saints, Jameis Winston, Vikings, nah. Cowboys, nah. It's going to be Green Bay or Tampa coming out of the AFC East. And like I'm out of the NFC East, and out of the AFC is either going to be Kansas City, Baltimore, or Buffalo. So I got 2 and I got 3, and then that's what I got. Next game, real quick, before we get out of here. Giants. Now, we started off the show like, is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Uptown in the house? Charlotte and on the channel, I'm not going to lie. We had Tennessee winning the game. Money line. But I said take the Giants with that 5.5. In the beginning of the season, even though the teams is dirt, still a physical sport, so you still could get hit in the mouth. And Giants, even though they lost, they didn't have a losing seasons after losing seasons after losing seasons. They always play tough, play gritty. And Saquon Barkley looked good. I said that in the show on Friday. I said he healthy, fully healthy, got the breakaway speed, and he had a few breakaway plays. I didn't think the Giants was going to win straight up. I'm not going to front like that. I always tell the truth, full transparency on the channel. You know what I mean? But I did say take them with the points, and I was right. But it make it that much better because I am a New Yorker, and I root for all New York teams. Even though I don't bet on them most of the time, I bet against them. But it always feels good when your team can win. Last game of the night, Sunday Night Football. How about them bum-ass Cowboys? I don't know if Dak got hurt. I had started doing some shit. I started getting ready for the show. I know Tampa Bay was up 12-3. Then when I go back, check the TV, I see they got the backup quarterback for Dallas. Matter of fact, let me see if any updates came. I'm thinking Prescott got hurt. Let me see. Prescott got hurt. News. Yeah, that's right. I figured that once I seen the backup in there. Let me see. Prescott exited the game in the fourth quarter of Sunday night game against the Buccaneers, having his throwing hand examined. Prescott took himself out of the game after taking 2 hits to his right hand in short succession. Cooper Rush will play. All right, so that's why we seen Dak Prescott out of the game. I didn't think they was going to win the game anyway. And so we had Tom Brady, and the Giselle stuff. Don't be fooled, people. Tom Brady is the GOAT. It ain't no defense he ain't see. Ain't no team or whatever situation that he ain't really prepared for. He ain't gonna win all of the games. But you definitely don't want to bet against him. And now they got Julio Jones. Thought he was gonna be that spark plug last year for Tennessee with Hollywood Brown and them boys, or they didn't make no noise. They got bumped out. Tennessee always will let you down in the big game. So that's the Sunday night wrap up. I noticed I didn't give y'all my pick for Monday Night Football, so I give it to you now. The fucking America's favorite husband, fucking Russell Wilson, Sierra, you know what I mean? Going back to his old team, Seattle Seahawks. Touchdown Seahawks! Like, you know what I mean? He won it out. It's going to be an interesting game, Monday Night Football. Now he on the Denver Broncos. They got a solid team. Ben had a solid defense for the last few years. Just ain't have no good quarterback. Keep putting in the bum-ass niggas, and they just been trash. Now they got a good quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, one of the top-tier quarterbacks. Russell Wilson is, that's who I forgot in the AFC. I forgot Russell Wilson is on Denver because I didn't speak about the game. Could they go to the Super Bowl? It's possible. First-year quarterbacks have done it. Matt Stafford, Tom Brady. Who else? Was that the only 2 that took their teams to the Super Bowl first years with the new team in the last few years? Yeah, Matt Stafford last year, Tom Brady on the Buccaneers before that. Anybody else that went to the new team? I think that's the last 2. Could he be number 3? Oh, Peyton Manning did it in Denver. Yeah, Peyton Manning did it in his first year, if I'm not mistaken. If not, he went in his second year. I know they lost to the Seahawks, and then they went back and beat Carolina. I got to look at what year he did it. But could Russell Wilson be number 3 or number 4? It's very possible. But as far as tomorrow's game, I had took Denver on the CBS app, but now I'm thinking Seattle with the points, and this is why. Seattle was going to be trash this year. There's no doubt about it. They got Geno Green. They ain't been a good team, even though they added some defensive pieces, and they've been had a good defense even when they won the Super Bowl. This is going to be their Super Bowl tomorrow. Russell Wilson coming back. I wouldn't be surprised if they playing a whole lot of Future in there, like Dirty Soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash just to piss him off. I think they're going to really, really get up for this game. And the same analogy as the Baker Mayfield. It's like Baker Mayfield, you want to beat your old team, so you want a new team. You really got to rally the new team to feel the way you feel against your old team. So it's the same thing as this one, even though Denver is way better. So you got Denver is the new team, and Russell Wilson is the only player there, but he's going back to play against all his old teammates. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they want to beat him. Same with Pete Carroll, the coach of them. So I'm gonna take Seattle with the 6.5. Obviously, I'm not gonna be surprised at all if Denver go in there, beat the shit out the niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Real quick though. Let me play a snippet of this. You know what I mean? Snippet. KO, yeah, I liked it. The Rams, the KO called me, you know what I mean?
State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision.
This is what these phone calls be sounding like.
Recording and monitoring. Preventing suicide is important. If you have concerns during this call, please contact the individual's facility to communicate with them. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Chat, what's up, man? Walaikum salam, good brother. He like, I owe you.
Don't worry about it.
He like, yo, take the Rams. I'm like, I'm not taking the Rams, KO. I'm not taking the Rams. But anyway, that's Champ, aka KO. I talked about him. Me and him gonna be I'm gonna be releasing these conversations. I record them because he said I can record them. He wanted me to do a documentary on him. KO, like I said, the father figure, big uncle, big brother, met him in Comstock, 1997, and he's been in prison since. He one of the oldest prisoners in New York State, 48 years to be exact. He go to the board 2 months. Hopefully they let him go. You know what I mean? And obviously older now. KO is 75, been in prison 48 years. So me and him talk every Sunday when he calls. Sometimes they don't let him call. Yeah, because in prison you don't get to control what you don't get to control when you make a phone call, who you make. You know what I mean? They dictate all that. So you could be tough like him. You could be a boxer, put heads out and all that. But at the end of the day, you still under the rulership of the system. You know what I mean? And if they say no phone calls today, we don't care if your mother's sick. We don't care if your sister was in a car accident. We don't really care what the fuck is going on. You're not going to make no calls. Right. Because you don't dictate and you don't control nothing. So for anybody that's out here that may think they're about that life, maybe you are really about that life. Maybe you a tough guy. Maybe you a tough chick. You know what I mean? And you ready for whatever consequences it is. Oh, matter of fact, before we get, I knew I had something else to. Maybe you'll be like this dude. What the fuck is this nigga name? That's what I wanted to talk about real quick. What's this dude name? The bugged out Memphis dude. So, and the reason why I want to speak about this, but you black. Right, you black. So we see when the white motherfuckers do it, and it's all heinous, it's all senseless, it's all mind-boggling to ponder, how low we probably have sunk as society, even though you say, damn, we all these years with technology, with information, with abundance, food, and, just countries, people, resource, to where life on some levels is still not valued. You know what I mean? So where a motherfucker could walk in the Buffalo store, kill innocent people, the highway fucking killers, the dude and his son or the dude and his nephew was shooting people through their cars, the highway snipers, the Vegas shit, you know what I mean? Through the hotel, the Orlando shit, you know what I mean? All these massive shootings, the one we just had out in Texas, the young kids. And now you see this black motherfucker, right? Or the subway shooter in New York. I'm from New York. So this dude, you know what I mean? What the fuck is his name? What the fuck is his name? Ezekiel Kelly, right? So he goes on Facebook Live, and at first I thought sometimes when you see stuff on Instagram or whatever you watching at Facebook, you don't know if it's real or not. So I ain't gonna lie. When I first seen him, he was in the car. And I only seen one little small clip. He like, yeah, watch this, y'all. Like he looked like he went into a store and popped the white dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can hear him pop out, and he walks out. According to the reports, he shot like 8 people. You know what I mean? 4 people is dead. Even though they only charging him for 1 for right now. But I said that to say this is what made me think of him and bring this up. Because on his video, he had big nuts. He was talking big shit. Kill these niggas. Now I kill niggas for fun. Like, you know what I mean? You want to rumble with the, you know what I mean? You want to rumble with the beat. And remember what's the dude from Billy? Rest in peace. What was the dude? The original Dandada and the top shotter. You all that, right? Like you all this. When the power's in your hand, like Nas said, I gave you power. I made you buck wild. How you like me now? Well, when he got to court, head down, voice low, speaking real low. But just on live, you know what I mean? And maybe you was Goped Up, maybe you was LSD, maybe you was the K2, who the fuck knows, right? You's an idiot. You should go under the jail, and then after you go under the jail, they should drop the jail on you. Like, put you under the jail, let you stand up firm, you know what I mean? And then drop the jail on you and just let your body just cave in. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. And I'm saying that with passion. I'm saying that with conviction. I'm saying that as a person that did over 10 years in prison. I know what it's like to be front row to those floor seats for that yakisobe and that chili con corn. I don't care. So it's coming from a person that know what that's like. Go under the jail. And you could say, you know, it was mental and maybe he had a, you know, disability up here. Who the fuck knows? But you had big nuts. You was talking real brash, real, you know what I mean? Like all the lights, everybody look at me and it's all for sale. But now when you in the courtroom and you caught, and now the reality is facing, you're gonna get life. There's no question about that. Even if it's for one, even if they only can put one of the murders on him. You on live, like, shit is not Duck Hunt. This shit is not Grand Theft Auto. This shit is the real life. And unfortunately, you got a lot of bugged out people. You can stay prayed up. That don't mean you ain't gonna get hit by a bus. It don't mean you ain't gonna get hit by a stray. But I say still take the route of praying, having, you know, positive thoughts and positive energy around you, as opposed to not doing. None of us know when our time is going to be up. But just imagine you was in the store, and this can happen to anybody, whether it's a white, black, whoever's doing it, whoever's committing the crime. And you in the movies, remember when the dude came in there with the fucking what's the bad guy name in the Batman movie? It was the Batman movie, the fucking Bane, the Bane mask, and just shot up everybody. These are the times we live in. And in fact, I'll end with this. And I wish I saved the video, but I didn't. But it's a little girl in the car with her mom. The little girl looks Spanish. I could be wrong. And she like, you know, saying what she would do if something bad happened. So the mother's like, really? Like questioning. But the mother's kind of like laughing. That's the only thing I really didn't understand. I get that you have to now prep, talk, and go over protocol, what to do, what not to do with your young children, if you have them, in case of a mass shooting. This is just what it is. So she was like, I'm going to be smart or whatever. Kind of not cocky. Obviously, the mother or whoever, you know, prepped her. But she was like, and if that doesn't work, then, you know, for the kids that shot, I'm going to take their blood and put it on me and play dead. And that's smart. And obviously, unfortunately, one of the young girls in the Texas, Valdez, Texas or whatever, had to do that in the classroom when those coward-ass police took mad long to go in and they didn't go in, so more people died. But that's what one of the girls did in there. So maybe she got it from that. Maybe her parents saw. But it was a lot of laughing. I wish I could find the video. Maybe when I come back on another video, I'll show them. Y'all, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But the parents just sound like they was laughing. And, you know, I think you become real desensitized with a lot of shit. Like, babies get killed every day, B. Like, niggas get killed every day. You strong. You can take it right like Cameron in the Paid in Full movie. Niggas get killed every day, B. And so we get desensitized. Watching, scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and all that. When you see people just get shot in the head and people falling from buildings and people getting smashed with cars and shit, like, that shit is just a swipe. Like, oh, you play stupid games. You win stupid prizes. I get it. But, you know, to hear the kid just talk in such detail, like, you know, if I have, like, even an adult, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you just laying next to somebody that's bleeding, this ain't the zombies. You don't just take organs and blood, put it on your body, and then walk through the zombies like in The Walking Dead. You just don't do that. Like, you don't even think and comprehend this stuff. So when you hear a child that's, I'm gonna guesstimate and say, she was a small girl. So I'm gonna say she probably was like 7 to 8. You know what I mean? Maybe, yeah, 7 to 8, maybe 9. For her to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take the blood, put it all on my body and play dead, and, you know, then try to get away that way, and then even call some of the other kids stupid or like they not gonna get me. This is the times we living in. And Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now, but you know what it is. Y'all was just tuned in to my show, Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.